And this afternoon in ICRC girls varsity basketball, the Little Miami Panthers are going to try to clinch at least a tie for their third straight SWOC title. But the Harrison Wildcats are going to have something to say about that in their own arena as the Wildcats take on the Panthers here tonight. Hello, I am Bill Bretz. And I should say tonight because we are actually this afternoon here with ICRC-TV. So the Little Miami Panthers, they come in. This is a team that, as we said, is going for their third straight league title. Last year they had quite a team. They won the league championship in the SWOC, but they lost their the player of the year in the league, Caitlin Simpkins, and they actually lost the coach, Matt Tolliver, too. And another first teamer in Sydney Curtitor. So this was going to be a rebuilding year. New coach, new everything. So, but it does not a rebuilding year because the Panthers are 9-0 in the conference right now. And as we said, if they win this afternoon, they will clinch at least a tie for the title here in the SWOC. They are coached by first-year coach Felicia Hartman. She is not new to the program. She's JV coach for 4 years, and then before that, she was also 8th grade coach. So the players very familiar with her. Transition was pretty smooth as far as that goes. Harrison Wildcats. Troy Kenneth, coach. He's in his 4th year. We talked to Coach Kenneth a few years back, and they came when he came in this program, they were 0-23. They came off of an 0-23 year. His idea was to bring a mindset of basketball back here to the Harrison Wildcats, and he has done that. They have progressively gotten better every year since that time. They are sitting this year with 8 wins. They had 9 total last year. So they are led on the floor by sophomore, and I said sophomore now, Chrissy Kowalski. She's leading the SWOC in scoring at 15.6 a game, 9.9 rebounds. She's second in that. She's second in field goal percentage. 5'10" sophomore. She was first team all league last year, and she has had quite a few good games again this year. So that's the go-to person for the Harrison Wildcats. So as I said, Troy is in his 4th year, and he's very satisfied about the progress they have made here since he has come in as coach. Of course, we'll probably be talking about this throughout the game, as he is the father of Connor Kenneth, the football player, the great quarterback here for the Harrison Wildcats, and so we'll maybe talk more about that throughout the game. So that's where we stack up tonight. We have Harrison coming in at 8-11 overall, 5-4 in the league. Little Miami 14-5, 9-0 in the league. That is the way it stacks up here this afternoon. We will be back for the starting lineups, and for today's action, don't go away.
Basketball games from coast to coast over the years as a participant, broadcaster, parent, and fan. And believe me, I've seen my share of unsporting behavior. The purpose of school sports is for kids to have fun, develop their skills, and learn lessons that will last a lifetime. So when you attend a school contest, please keep that in mind. Remember to behave in a way that reflects positively on your child, your school, and your community. Let's respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
If I play sports for my school, I'll learn how to be part of a team.
I will have more friends. I will be active now and when I'm a grown-up.
I will learn how to work hard.
I'll have better attendance.
I'll learn how to overcome adversity. I'll be more likely to go to college. I will learn how to get along with others. If I play sports for my school.
If I play sports for my school.
If I play sports for my school.
I must learn to be a good student during school if I want to put on my uniform after school.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Wait, why does my face look like that?
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
There's a nice feed by Hunter! And Baisley with the rip. Dean Larry, you got to load that one up. Hey.
Oh, got a little wink action there.
Hey. And set. The Warriors in the state final!
Welcome back here to Harrison Arena, where it is going to be the Harrison Wildcats taking on the Little Miami Panthers in girls varsity basketball action. I am Bill Bretz. And let's go over the starting lineups now here for Little Miami Panthers. They're coached, as I said, by Felicia Hartman in her first year. They will be starting Kelly Sizemore. She's 5'7" senior, averaging about 5 a game. Madeline Kirk, a 5'6" junior, averaging 3.1 a game. Also is Bromwyn Light, a 5'9" junior, 7.8 points a game, 7.8 rebounds. Allison Great, a 5'4" junior, averaging 11 a game. She leads the team in scoring, 3.4 rebounds a game, 4.4 and assists, first in the league in that. And then Kelsey Schmidt, 8.7 a game, 6.1. She is a 5'6" senior. Harrison Wildcats, Troy Kinnett in his fourth year. Okay, they will be starting Chrissy Kowalski, 15.6, 9.9 rebounds, first in the leagues, and scoring second in rebounding, 5'10" sophomore. Ella Pittman, 5.8, 7.2 rebounds. She's third in the league in assists of 2.9, 5.9 junior. Ava Trombagel, Bragel is a 5'7" junior, 7.2 a game, 4 rebounds, 2.9 assists. She's also third. Kenzie Mobley, 5'6" senior, 9.3 a game, 4.2 rebounds. And Alex Miller, 6 a game, and a 6' senior, 5.3 rebounds. Little Miami gets the tip. They get the ball first. They won the earlier contest 61-50. And actually, that game was a little closer than it was because Harrison was pretty much in that game up to the third quarter. And then Little Miami got a three-pointer right at the buzzer, kind of had a momentum change in that game. They put up a couple of shots already. In this game now, a three-pointer, no good. They lead the league in three-point shooting. Kelsey Schmidt was putting up three-pointer, but so we played almost a minute. No score in that one. Oh, nice look inside from Pittman, but could not hold on to, Harrison could not hold on to the ball. We'll see this tonight. Nice move inside. It was inside to Kowalski. Kowalski couldn't hold on to it. So we played almost a minute right now. Our officials, Greg Hoskin, Nick Schmidt, Mike Campbell. Drive and no good. Shot was put up and no good by Great. Harrison with the ball. Tom Bragel over to Miller. Almost taken away. Kowalski being tied up, and boy, they are going to, you're going to see a lot of this tonight. They're going to really collapse on Kowalski. Got her first foul of the game, though. Great picks up the foul. That's Allison Great's first, team's first. Kowalski scored 23 points the first time these two teams met this year. She is definitely somebody they are going to be looking at. Little Miami coming the other direction, and we got a travel call on Kelly Sizemore. 6:30 to go here. Played a minute and a half, still have no score. Ella Pittman triggering in, looking for somebody. A lot of full court pressure right now by the Little Miami Panthers. Talking to Coach Hartman before the game, she said they're going to try to mix up the defenses a little bit here on the Wildcats tonight. Pressure being put on by Little Miami. Shot though was taken. That shot was no good by Miller. Other direction comes the Little Miami Panthers, and they get on the board first on Madeline Kirk on the breakaway on the basket. And they're putting full court pressure on right now on the Wildcats as they do break it. Tom Bregel comes over the timeline. And that's a travel on Kowalski. Nice little scoop shot here. We'll look at that Little Miami basket right now by Kirk. Nice lead pass from Allison Great. She said she leads the league in assists. Got one already tonight here in the first basket. And that shot was put up by Kirk, and she had a good offensive rebound and decided to kick it back out for some reason, but.
Little Miami foul number 15, Bronwyn Light, first team second.
And the foul was on Bronwyn Light. That's her first team second foul. And we have a timeout called.
We got a timeout called by Harrison. It's going to be a full timeout.
Timeout by Harrison. Going to call full timeout here with 5:17 to go here. And only a 2-0 score at this particular game. The last time these two teams played was back on December 30th is when they played. We said that Kowalski had 23 points in that game. She had 12 rebounds, so she had a double-double in that game. Harrison out-rebounded Little Miami, 34-28. Harrison second in the league in rebounding right now. And Wildcats shot 42% from the floor, which is not bad, but the Miami Panthers were 47% from the floor. Big area we saw right now is steals. Miami had 9 steals in that game and had 17 assists, including 8 by Allison Great. So 5:17 to go in this game, in this quarter. This game, it would be a real low scoring game. So, but in this quarter. And Harrison, long down court pass, and the shot is up and good off the inbounds by Tom Bregel. Ties the score at 2. And Tom Bregel almost, she does. There is a stolen ball. Back the other direction comes the Wildcats, and shot was up by Ella Pittman, was short. And we're going to look at that basket they made. That's Ella Pittman. She gets the assist on that one. And nice lead pass up to Tom Bregel for the easy basket. Schmidt with the ball, back over to Great. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt and Great are 2 players that have the most experience off of this team from last year. Both were second team all league last year. 3-point attempt, no good. And didn't touch anything, went out of bounds, so Harrison's ball. Wildcats now a chance to take the lead for the first time. And another long league pass. This one is broken up by Great. And out of bounds. Last touch by Harrison Wildcats. Very low-scoring game here. We played almost half of the first quarter. We've only had a basket each teams. And there's a little hook shot in a lane put up by Light, no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. By Kowalski. Kowalski, a little spin move in the lane and shot no good. She's 0 for 3 from the field so far. Schmidt in the paint, and that's no good. Another rebound by the Wildcats now. Kowalski. And we got a travel. Trombo took one step too many. First substitution of the game comes in here is Alexis Puckett, a 5'7" junior, comes in for Little Miami, number 3. So Little Miami with the ball. We're approaching the 3-minute mark, and we still only have one basket each for the team. So Miami comes in there as second leading scoring team in the conference. Edgewood's leads the conference, and we have a foul coming up, an elbow.
Wildcat foul number 15,
Krisky Kowalski picks up the foul. That's her first. Let's see if we can see it right now. Indicated a little elbow, and I think you saw it right there. So Kowalski now has a foul. Back the other direction now comes Mobley, and another travel. And this has got to be something that you can see that Coach Kenneth is over there. He is a little frustrated with this. He's a lot of unforced turnovers, 3 of them so far on the Harrison Wildcats. Great. In the paint, and that is no good, and rebounded by the Wildcats. Second leading rebounding team in the conference. That's at least 3 now for Kowalski. A steal and a breakaway. This is Schmidt, no good, and Kowalski another rebound. So neither team is shooting well at all in this game. That's an understatement. And the hook shot into the lane by Mobley, and that's no good. And ball knocked out of bounds by Harrison. It'll be Little Miami's ball under the basket. As we see Hannah Barrett, a 5'6" senior, coming in for Little Miami. She replaces Sizemore. Inbounds pass. Good defense by the Harrison Wildcats on the inbounds, but shot is up and good by Amara Briscoe. Briscoe is in the game too. She is coming 5'6" sophomore. Briscoe had a 30-point game this season against Cincinnati Country Day, in which she broke the school record with 8 3-pointers in that game. Foul is on number 44. That will see Briscoe's shot right here. Well, actually, not going to see Briscoe's shot. We're going to see the foul. And Pittman misses both of them. She's 53% foul shooter, missed both foul shots. That's been the name of the game so far. We got an offensive foul coming up on Alexis Puckett. That's her first, team's 4th. See who stood in that lane there. Nice job by Mobley to keep her spot there and force that. Now the Wildcats. Clean lane up there, but shot was just short by Pittman. Both teams are missing some easy shots in this game. We're down to 1:15 to go. But then we got a difficult shot like that by Allison Great. She got her first basket. They make the difficult ones, make the easy ones here so far. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 1. Kowalski in the paint, short. They're double teaming her almost every occasion down here. She's missed, I believe, 4 shots right now from the field. Caitlin Hall, a 5'9" junior in for Little Miami. 39 seconds to go. Miami. Shot, about a 15-footer is no good by Barrett. Another rebound by the Wildcats. Nice little dish off, and a shot was no good. But now a steal, and back the other direction comes the Wildcats. Tom Brago, long three-pointer off the rim. 12 seconds to go. It's going to be Little Miami's ball. Schmidt over the timeline, looking underneath. That's broken up by Kowalski. And shot was up and off the rim. Pittman with a last-second attempt there and would not fall. And boy, to tell you that both teams are shooting poorly is the understatement of the afternoon. We're going to step out for just a moment. We'll be back for second quarter action with the Panthers up by 4.
Hi, I'm Clark Kellogg. I've attended basketball games from coast to coast over the years as a participant, broadcaster, parent, and fan. And believe me, I've seen my share of unsporting behavior. The purpose of school sports is for kids to have fun, develop their skills, and learn lessons that will last a lifetime. So when you attend a school contest, please keep that in mind. Remember to behave in a way that reflects positively on your child, your school, and your community. Let's respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
And Bill Bretz, welcome back here to Harrison High School, where we have a very low-scoring 6-2 game between the Wildcats and the Panthers. The Panthers have won 13 straight league games over 2 years. And as we said tonight, if they win this game, they will clinch at least a tie with a couple of games ago. Right now, Edgewood is 2 games behind them in the league, and they do play Edgewood for the second time next Wednesday. It'll be a good game for Little Miami. Harrison, three-point shot off the rim, rebounded by Barrett. Back the other direction now. Comes Schmidt. Shot no good. Barrett trying to save it out of bounds, but it was already out of bounds, so Harrison ball here. And we have Bronwyn Light back in the ball game, number 15, and Madeline Kirk back in the ball game for Little Miami, number 11. Pittman a drive, baseline drive, and lost the ball. Tom Baker lost the ball out of bounds. Schmidt triggering in now for the Panthers. Panthers team under first-year coach Hartman. Supposed to have been a rebuilding year, but not too much of rebuilding. 9-0 in the league. 14-5, and they've lost their 5 losses. They've lost some close games this season to some very good teams. On the other hand, same way with Harrison. They've lost some very close games. They could easily be over 500. Shot up and in by Caitlin Hall. She scores her first basket. 6-point lead now for the Panthers. Knocked out of bounds. And it says it was off. The Harrison player was saying it was off Mobley. Harrison only had the one basket on the inbounds. Tom Bregel. Well, Miami has not had that many more themselves. Little 4-foot shot, or 8-foot shot there by Hall, and she's got second straight basket now. She has 4 points. Hall only averages 2.1 a game, so she already have doubled her scoring average. Shot underneath, a little scramble and fight underneath by Alex Miller, but would not fall, and they said it was last touch by Harrison. Trying to battle underneath there, but Miami with the ball in the 8-point lead. Oh, nice little backdoor cut there, and it did not work for the Panthers. He's actually off of a Harrison player, out of bounds. Briscoe triggering in. Back to Briscoe for a three-pointer. Off the rim. Scramble. And Harrison got a chance for an easy basket, and they do. Tom Bregel makes her second basket, so Little Miami 10, Tom Bregel 4. Oh, another little backdoor cut there by the Panthers, but kicks it back out to Hall, and that's going to be a two-pointer. She was right on the line. Turnaround by Miller, no good. Back the other direction, so action has been fast the whole time, but now at least Miami now is starting to score a little bit. They already have more points in this first 3+ minutes than they did the whole first quarter. Three-point attempt. Out of bounds is going to be Harrison ball. You see Great coming back in the ball game. The last couple of baskets. This is, I believe, Hall right there. Well, that's battle out of bounds. There's Harrison, easy basket there by Tom Bregel. On the breakaway. Back to live action here. Three-point, and that is good by Mobley. Kenzie Mobley has a three-pointer. Mobley coming in, led the team with 33 three-pointers, her 34th of the season. Cuts the lead to 5. Off the rim. Back the other direction now comes the Wildcats. Tom Bregel. Kowalski trying to drive, but and they're calling an offensive foul on Harrison. That's Pittman's did the offensive foul. And it was Bronwyn Light that took that offensive play call there. First foul on Pittman, only the second on Harrison. Approaching the 3-minute mark of this half. Been a fast half. And Little Miami's going to call timeout.
Yeah, timeout called by Little Miami's going to 30-second timeout.
They're going to call a 30-second timeout here. So Felicia Hartman, as we said, she's her first-year coach over there. She spent 4 years JV, 4 years over on the 8th grade side. But one of the things she did is back in 2012 is they had a youth program for, I guess, many years out in Little Miami. She brought that youth program back in 2012. And that is all important. If you know anything about coaching, anything about the schools, that's where your future's at, and is in the younger years. So We'll see Little Miami's. This is the last. This is Hall's basket there, and then we'll see the three-pointer here by Mobley in the corner. Mobley. On the net. So she's by bringing that back to AAU program. You see Coach Hartman right there. She it is important, you know, because that is where your future is in basketball. So, of course, this Little Miami team is switching conferences next year. They're coming out of this conference into the Eastern Cincinnati Conference. Another breakaway by the Wildcats, but could not make it drop. Boy, they have missed so many of them that close. What a difference it could have been in the game right now. Baseline shot taken by Little Miami's light and did not fall. Kowalski. Kowalski being hounded there by Great. Mobley. Good cross-court catch by Mobley. And that was touched, so it's not an over and back. Touched by Little Miami. Right now, it look like they're in a 2-3 zone, the Panthers are. So they're going to mix up the defenses here today. So shot was no good. Schmidt with the ball. Great, she kicks it out to Hall. Hall misses that three-pointer. Rebound by Kowalski. Kowalski loses the ball, but now gained back by Miller. Tom Bregel, three-pointer, high arc on that one. Offensive rebound and put back in by Alex Miller. So just like that, it is the Wildcats have closed within 3. A little bit of a run going now for the Wildcats. Schmidt with an off-balance shot and no good. Good defense by the Wildcats. As we see Puckett and Sizemore coming back in for the Panthers. Caitlin Hall taking a seat over in the bench here. Good job for Hall. Caitlin Hall, 6 points off the bench here for the Panthers. Under a minute. Tom Bregel looking into Kowalski. Kowalski, as soon as she gets that ball, she is just immediately double teamed by the Panthers. Off the rim, Kowalski, offensive rebound. She puts it up and back in, and her first points of the game for Chrissy Kowalski, and she brings the Wildcats back within 1 now. So this very low-scoring game is now coming back in the favor of the Wildcats, as they're holding the number 2 team in the conference, averaging over 50 a game to 12 points now so far in this half. Out of bounds, but we have a foul. And foul is on Chrissy Kowalski. That's her second. So let's see if Troy Kennan, she let her know that she's, they let them know that she has 2 fouls, but she's going to stay in the ball game here for the last few seconds here. Mara Briscoe, 93% foul shooter. It's a person Little Miami wants on the line, that's for sure. Makes them both. She has 4 points. Back to a 3-point lead now for the 10 seconds ago. Tom Bregel. Mobley. Shot was no shot was no good. Offensive rebound by Miller. She's tied up. Good defense by the Panthers there to prevent the Wildcats from getting a final shot in there in the last few seconds. We go to halftime. It's a low-scoring one here in Harrison, but the Wildcats are still in it. 14-11 in favor of the Panthers. We'll be back for second half action. Don't go away.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. This is a serious problem, but one we can solve. Visit feedingamerica.org to help. Together we can solve hunger. Together we're feeding America.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
How do I take the 2020 census? In March 2020, every address in the country will receive an invitation to complete a simple questionnaire. And there are 3 ways to respond. Number 1, do it online. Number 2, call by phone. Number 3, send it by mail. For those who don't respond, a census taker from your community will follow up and assist you. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
Save homes and restore pride. We are people working cooperatively. Our typical client earns less than $14,000 annually and cannot afford the critical repairs they need to safely live at home, where they desperately want to be. Our services truly change lives, one repair at a time. Our professionally trained staff, along with 25,000 volunteer hours annually, has provided more than 280,000 services for low-income, elderly, and disabled homeowners in our communities. Every service makes an impact. Homes we service have an increased sales price of 10%, and even the value of surrounding homes increase upwards of 3%. Our energy conservation services save clients an average of $300 a year. These total savings from all customers equals over $200,000 in outstanding energy bills paid. With safer living environments, almost 50% of our clients reported improved health, and many are seeking medical attention less frequently. By living healthy at home, over $54,000 in state and federal funds can be saved annually for each client that does not need to move to assisted living. PwC's impact is more than just dollars and cents. Stable homes create stable families, which means children who are moving less frequently can achieve higher academic success. We are an investment in the future. More people living safely in their own home paints a brighter future for everyone, but we can't do it alone. We need your help to continue to build a brighter future for the entire community. Give back and get involved at pwchomrepairs.org.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
How will 2020 census data be used? Where there are more people, there are more needs for public services. That's why the census is used by the government to inform funding decisions each year. But that's not all. It's also used by nonprofits to inform services, by businesses to create jobs, and even by students for school projects. Understanding how the population changes helps us shape communities across the country for the better. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go! What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Get it, get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it.
Get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses.
You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
What is the 2020 census? Every 10 years, the census records everyone living in this country. It's written in the Constitution and comes in a questionnaire that counts everyone who lives at your address on April 1st. The data can be used to inform funding for services like fire stations, schools, clinics, and representation that affect your community. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
And Bill Brett's back here at Harrison Arena, where the Panthers are ahead by 3 points here at halftime, 14-11. I want to tell you something about that commercial you just saw just before about the Blue Chip Awards. Oh, those are really big always around this area here. The deadline for that has been extended to February the 7th. So if you are interested in getting a Blue Chip Award in or submitted in, you got till February 7th. To get those. You know, I can't believe today's February the 1st, too, already. So as far as the scoring goes, well, it's been low. So for Harrison, Ava Tombrego has 4 points. She's leading scorer. Mackenzie Mobley with a 3-pointer. Alex Miller with 2. And Krisky Kowalski, 15.6 average coming in. Finally got her first basket. It was the last basket scored for Harrison in that half. As far as the Little Miami Panthers, they have 2 from Madeline Kirk, 4 from Mara Briscoe, 2 from Allison Great, and 6 from Caitlin Hall. They actually have 10 points off the bench as far as their scoring goes right now in that game. Little Miami has dominated this series since they've been in the SWOC. This is the 16th time they played, and 15 previous times Little Miami has won 12 of the 15, including 9 in a row. But Harrison right in this game, trying to become a spoiler tonight, trying to keep Little Miami from clinching at least a tie for the SWOC championship. And Harrison's got a chance to get this game tied right out the bat, and there is a 3-point attempt, no good by Tom Bregel. So almost had it tied up right there. But hey, Little Miami with the ball. We'll be running back to those playback times at the end of this quarter, and that off the rim. So if you want to see what the playback times are on this game, get that pencil and paper ready here. At the end of this quarter, we'll have that. I'd like to thank Josh Senstrup. I can't talk today. And the entire crew for coming out here. And basket is good, up and good by Alex Miller. Doing a great job of covering this. Josh had quite a game last night. We'll talk to you about that in a couple minutes when we get a break here. And now Harrison with the chance to take their first lead. Tom Bregel. There's a three-pointer, and it is good by Mackenzie Mobley. Her second three-pointer. 5 straight points by the Harrison Wildcats. Technically right now, they have 16 straight points. And shot was up and in, though, by number 11, Madeline Kirk. Kirk got her 4th point. Ties the ball game. Harrison off the rim, though. Offensive rebound by Christy Kowalski, and Kowalski puts the basket in and puts the Harrison Wildcats up by 2 now in this game. And that's going to be a travel on Little Miami, so unforced turnover here. We'll see this three-pointer by Mobley coming up here. Cross court. And that was good. That's Tom Bregel with cross court to her with the assist. So Mobley, 2 3-pointers, 6 points in the game. Harrison with the lead and could not hold on to it. The ball as Little Miami now back the other direction comes Great. Allison Great to Schmidt. Back to Kirk. And nice inbound, nice feed in there, but Light could not get it to drop. And Light committed the foul, kind of a frustration foul when she missed a shot. She pushed off on Mobley. It's her first foul of this half. There is a shot put up by Kowalski, could not make it, but she is fouled and going to go to the line. Kelsey Schmidt with the foul. Chrissy Kowalski is a 62% foul shooter, first time on the line tonight. Makes that one to extend the Harrison lead now to 3 points. Kowalski's second attempt. She's got it. So after being held scoreless for most of the first half, she's now up to 6 points. 4-point lead now for the Harrison Wildcats. And the ball is out of bounds. Last touch by Little Miami. Harrison with the ball. The Wildcats have definitely come alive after a dismal first quarter shooting. That ball is taken away by Little Miami. There's a scramble underneath, and there's a tie-up, and we're going to have a possession call. We do. Possession's going to stay down with Little Miami. It was a long call by the officials on that. They let him go for a while on the floor, but finally Little Miami gets to possession. So the Panthers now going to trigger it in. Great's going to trigger it in underneath the basket. Harrison definitely has a height advantage in this. That ball was knocked out of bounds by Mobley. Once again, Great triggering in. And finally gets it out to Briscoe. Briscoe shot no good. Rebounded by Mobley. Tom Bregel back the other direction now for the Wildcats. Wildcats sitting with a 4-point lead now. Kowalski forces it up, and she traveled right before the shot. And she knew it too. She's a little frustrated. Took one step too many there. There's that one step right there that she took. Almost knocked away by Tombragel. Schmidt, though, over the Kirk. And that is taken away by Kowalski. Over the Miller, back to Kowalski now. Kowalski, 23 points the first time these two teams met. 6 in this game so far. There's a drive under the basket, and did she step out of bounds? Yes. Stepped out of bounds. Alexis Puckett back in the ball game for Little Miami. Kirk takes a seat on the bench. Panthers with the ball, Wildcats with the lead. There's a forced shot up and in by Allison Great. That's only her 4th point. And a scramble underneath, and they're going to call possession, or they're going to call possession, and it's going to go to Harrison. So stay down this end. Ball triggered in by Pittman. Tombragel. Approaching the 3-minute mark of this quarter. Harrison hanging on to a 2-point lead this time. Shot is up and good, and shot no good. We have a foul coming up. Mara Briscoe picks up the foul. You can see Briscoe with the foul right there, trying to plead her case with the official. Meanwhile, back at the foul line, shot was good by Alex Miller. She's a 39% foul shooter, but made that one cleanly after missing the first 2 foul shots. Wildcats are 3 out of 4 since that time. 3-point lead. Schmidt puts it up, no good. Battle, Tombragel feeds it off to Pittman, but another battle, but now coming back the other direction comes the Panthers. Schmidt, a little turnaround in the lane, that's no good. Pittman rebound. Kowalski with the ball now. Kowalski, first team last year as a freshman, leading the league this year in points, second in rebounds. Oh, nice ball movement around by the Harrison Wildcats, knocked out of bounds by the Panthers. We see Kelly Sizemore coming back in the ball game. Kelsey Smith taking a seat on the bench for Little Miami. Out to Tombragel. Tombragel being guarded closely by Briscoe. There's a 3-point attempt by Mobley, no good. Pittman with offensive rebound. Could not hold on to the ball, out of bounds. 2 minutes exactly to go in this third quarter. Well, Miami now not in a big hurry at this point. Oh, Schmidt's going to take a 3-pointer and got it. I'm sorry, Great taking 3-pointer and got it. That's her 7th point. It looked like they were just kind of lulling the defense to sleep there, and then she hits the three-pointer on a, and a drive and shot is good by Chrissy Kowalski. And she is fouled by Mara Briscoe. That's her second foul of this quarter, second overall. Plus Kowalski back on the line. She's perfect tonight. Briscoe is out of the game. Kirk back in the game for Little Miami. And Kowalski's 3 for 3 tonight. After only scoring 2 points in the first half, she has 7 in this quarter, giving her team a 3-point lead. There's a shot, Schmidt. And are they gonna? And they're gonna call it on Alexis Miller. She was trying to take the charge, but she wasn't set. So that is only the first foul for Harrison in this quarter. They are gonna say it is a shooting foul, so that is going to put Allison Gray to 59% foul shooter. Or are they gonna? Nope, they aren't. First, it looked like Great was going to be on the line, but 1:20 to go. The baseline drive, kicks it out to Schmidt. There's Kirk, three-pointer. Kirk got it. Madeline Kirk, she has 5 now. 7, I'm sorry. Ties the ball game at 24. Last time these two teams met, they had a three-pointer, and that is good by Kowalski. They had a three-pointer right at the end of the quarter. Little Miami gave them momentum. Now that's a three-pointer by Harrison, by Kowalski. Puts them up by 3. Or 2, I'm sorry. Baseline shot, no good. Kowalski rebound. Tom Bregel slowly bringing it up to the floor now. 20 seconds to go. Let's see if Harrison plays for 1. There's Tom Bregel. 4 seconds to go. Now, Little Miami with the steal. Schmidt, three-pointer, long three-pointer, off the backboard. Harrison now has taken the lead in this ball game at 26-24 over the Little Miami Panthers. So a little bit of difference in the first game where they, at the end of the third quarter of that game, they were still behind, but now they are ahead in this game. All right, playback schedule should be coming up right there. Wednesday, or Monday. Well, we're not playing this game till Monday. Okay, Monday the 3rd at 5:30 p.m. Wednesday the 5th at 3 o'clock p.m. Would have been my mother's 101st birthday that day. Friday the 7th at 8 o'clock p.m. Saturday the 8th at 11:30 a.m. and Sunday at 7 p.m. It's going to be on Spectrum, Cincinnati Fi Optics, and of course you can always go to ICRC-TV.com. We stream all of our games on that one. Now, we mentioned that Josh had a quiet night last night. He had a doubleheader, Sycamore Mason, and the girls' game was unbelievable last night. I think we got a few seconds of that game. Sycamore and Mason went to 4 overtimes last night before the Aviators finally won by 5 points. And then those guys had to come back and do here we're going to see this is in second overtime. We see some of the action last night. That's the game. That was one right there that tied the game then with 57 to go in the second overtime. And on top of that, they had to play a boys game right after that. Josh, you just woke up a little while ago, so what a night for them. And hey, how about Steve Parker and Mike Crotty, the announcers last night? Are those guys talking today with all that? That's lots of action. You're going to see that whole game and other games on ICRC-TV.com. Just go to that and you can watch that one. A lot of exciting action, and that's a nice shot put up and in by Light. Bronwyn Light, that's her first basket of the game and ties the ball game. Kowalski off the rim. And they're going to call Pittman, I think, over the back. Pittman, with trying to get the offensive rebound, picks up her second foul. Now Little Miami trying to take the lead back. Schmidt triggering into Great. Of course, the girls on tomorrow, that'd be Sunday the 2nd, will be doing the brackets. Can't believe it, we're already at that point in the season where the girls' brackets are going to be determined tomorrow. And that shot is up and in by Briscoe. Briscoe now has 6 points. Well, actually, they gave it not to Briscoe, they gave it to Great, who now has 9. Tom Bregel, drive. A little bit too much spin on that. Great with the rebound. Great three-pointer off the rim. It was not a well-advised shot at that point in time. She wasn't really set for that. So, Panthers up by 2, 6:48 to go in this game. Let's go back in the ball game. And Great's going to take a seat on the bench. Great looks a little bit winded over there on the bench as she comes over. Greeted by Coach Hartman. There's Miller, a little bit of trip there, but she still maintains control. Pittman with the ball. Almost stolen away by Little Miami. There's a shot, is up and rimmed off the rim. Rebounded by Light. Schmidt. And they're going to say Schmidt was fouled by Mobley. That's her first. That's the team's third. There's a little bump right there. They said she was in active shooting, so that puts Kelsey Schmidt at the line, 65% foul shooter. She has been scoreless in game tonight, averages almost 9 a game, and still is scoreless. Schmidt misses the front end of 2. '96 senior. And gets her first point in the game. And we see number 12, Casey Sager, coming in, a 5'5" freshman. Now, I might be wrong on this, but with 6 minutes to go, I believe she is the first substitution we've had in the game for Harrison. Shot up and in, and that's a three-pointer by Mobley. That's her third three-pointer of the night. She has 9 points, 36th one of the game. And I think Harrison just called a timeout right there. For a second. Okay, we're going to see some clutch shots right here. This one is by, that one was by Madeline Kirk. Three-pointer. And I believe we're going to see the Mobley show here. That's a two-pointer. Right inside the line. There's Mobley's three-pointer. So we have a tie ball game of 5:41 to go at 29 all. Troy Kenneth, of course, his son Connor, we saw him playing football this past year. We covered those Harrison Wildcats during the playoffs. Connor going to the University of Indianapolis to play football. Troy's been coaching softball or soccer for many, many years at Harrison. He's decided to resign from the soccer coach so he can spend some time going up to see his son. There's another three-point attempt, no good. This time it is Kowalski with the rebound. So after several years of coaching, I think he said 20-some years, I believe he's coached at the varsity level in soccer. He's going to spend some time to go see his son play football this fall. Good luck to Connor up there at University of Indianapolis. Not going to be too far. I think Troy said, well, it's an hour and 8 minutes. And there is a player knocked down on the floor here. Still said that was Miller, slow in getting up. Three-point shot by, we had a no call down here. I don't know if that's it's a 2-point shot or what. It was a 2-point shot. You can see yeah, she was definitely, Alex Miller was definitely knocked down on the floor there. She's being taken over on the bench right now, being looked at it. And coming back the other direction, there's the 2-pointer by Briscoe. Her foot was on the line, so it only counted as 2. So Harrison with the ball, down by a basket right now with about 4:30 to go here in this game. Kowalski with the ball, and guarded by Schmidt. There's a little drive in the lane that was partially blocked by Light. And we have a travel coming up on Schmidt. Another unforced turnover. Schmidt kind of knew it. She stopped right there. She took one step there and getting a pass. And Harrison with a break right now. Kowalski triggering in front of us. Still see Alex Miller over on a bench for Harrison. Looked like she got hit in the head on that play. Close one there. There is a 2-point shot up, and we're going to have a foul coming up on number 12, Casey Sager, the freshman. She picks up her first. So being a little bit aggressive coming in for the rebound. Alex Miller back in the ball game. Sager takes a seat on the bench, so Miller seems to be okay out there on the floor. 2-point ball game. Josh, are we going to go 4 overtimes? And that's a 3-point, and that is good by Sizemore. It's her first points of the game. She averages 5. Her first points of the game. That's 3 3-pointers in this half now for the Panthers. Are up now by 5 with 3 minutes to go. Shot is up, and we have a foul coming up. Shot was put up by Mobley. We'll see this 3-pointer. Drains the 3-pointer. They're the best 3-point shooting team in the league. And there was a foul. Meanwhile, though, Mobley misses the first of her 2 foul shots. And gets the second one. Mobley now is in 10 points. Double figures. There's Great, dishes it off, and a little touch foul. Oh no, they knocked out of bounds. I thought they were going to call a touch foul on Tom Bregel, but no, she lost it out of bounds. So a break for the Harrison Wildcats. See Kirk coming back in the ball game, and Briscoe taking a seat on the bench. Kirk coming back in for defensive purposes then. Kowalski. Schmidt guarding her. Kowalski looking for an open player. Schmidt was right there. Schmidt takes the ball away. Good defense by the Panthers. Shot was up and no good. Couldn't take advantage of it. Back the other direction. There is Alex Miller underneath. Ball just rolls off the rim, and we now have a foul. We have a travel on Little Miami. They said that Light had the ball and traveled. So another break for the Wildcats. They get the ball out under the basket with 2:19 to go. They're down by 4. Triggering the ball in. Underneath, there's a nice inbounds right into Alex Miller, and she gets the basket, a 2-point game. Schmidt, or great with the drive, and she got the basket. Quickly back the other direction, the Wildcats. 3-point attempt off the backboard. Offensive rebound put back in by Pittman, her first basket. That's a big one. And we have a timeout called, and I believe that was Harrison calling a timeout. If I got my numbers right, Harrison has 2 timeouts left. Well, Miami has 4 timeouts left. We have a 2-point ball game, possession in favor of the Wildcats at this particular time. As we said, Little Miami trying to get their first, or trying to get the win here today to at least clinch a tie, which would be their 3rd straight SWOC title. They move over next year. They will be moving over to the Eastern Cincinnati Conference. And that's going to be an interesting move right now, because in the fall this year, they're going to have 2 other teams come over and join them. Lebanon out of the SWOC, and then Went Woods, which has been an independent I believe ever since the FAVC broke up. So it's going to be Went Woods, Lebanon, and Little Miami joining that conference over there. So that means this conference is going to go down to 6 teams. So Edgewood, Harrison, Mount Healthy, Talawanda, Ross, and Northwest will be left out in this conference out here. Well, Miami has been the All-Sports Trophy champion last 3 years. They have a 30-3 record in girls basketball the last 3 years in the league. Harrison now trying to be spoiler here today. There's a 3-point attempt, and it is good by Kelly Sizemore. It's her 2nd straight 3-pointer. 5-point lead now, 1:20 to go. And Harrison loses the ball out of bounds. And you can see Troy Kenneth is just very frustrated over there on the Harrison side. You know, coaches are huddled up right here as we have a timeout called, and I believe the timeout might have been called by Little Miami. Okay, we're going to see Kelly Sizemore. She has really come up big and had not scored at all in the first 3 quarters. Drains one there. And I believe we have a second one coming up with her. A kickoff by Schmidt, and she drains a second one. So Sizemore has come up big in this quarter with 6 points. Sizemore was 32% 3-point shooter coming into the game. She only had 14 on the season, but she's had 2 big ones in this quarter. Give her team a 5-point lead. This is after the Harrison Wildcats battle back. There's guys in. The guys will play here in about 3-4 hours from now. The boys will be playing here against Hamilton, and we're going to be back here in about 48 hours. We're going to be covering that boys game on Monday against Norwood, a non-conference game against the Norwood Indians, the Harrison Wildcat guys. So we'll see them. Get to see the aforementioned Connor Kenneth in that game. A reach-in foul by Mobley, that's her second. It's only the 5th foul, so both teams have one more foul to waste here before they get into 1-on-1. I don't think we have not been in the 1-on-1 tonight, so. Schmidt triggering in. She's got an open player underneath the basket, and that is Light. Bronwyn Light has had 2 baskets this quarter. And we have a possession call. It's going to stay down with Harrison. Good aggressive play there by Schmidt, Kelsey Schmidt. Schmidt trying to tie it up there with Kowalski. And kicked out of bounds by the Panthers. 55.7 seconds ago, it's a 7-point lead. And Little Miami's going to call a timeout. Coach Hartman's going to call a timeout here. Little Miami, the rest of their season, is what it looks like for them right now. They will play at Edgewood. That's on Wednesday. That's going to be a big game. Edgewood 2 games behind them. If they win tonight, they'll clinch at least a tie, and that game will be even bigger for them. They beat Edgewood earlier in the season 37-33. They finish up their season at home with Ross. Harrison will have 2 home games left. Actually, they finish the season on the home floor here. They will play Mount Healthy on Wednesday, and they will finish up the season against Talawanda on Saturday. As we said, the girls' bracket drawing is on Sunday the 2nd. So these teams will know pretty soon who they're going to be playing and where they're going to be playing in the postseason. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Harrison. So Little Miami with the ball and with the 7-point lead. And we have a foul coming up on Harrison. Krisky Kowalski's 3rd foul. That's a 6th foul. So now Little Miami will be at the line if there's any more fouls here in this game. Great. And there is another foul. And it's one by Kowalski. That's her 4th.
There's foul number 15, Krisky Kowalski, her 4th, starting team 7.
And that's going to put Kelsey Schmidt on the line. She's got 1 point tonight from the foul line. 1 for 2. Coming in at a 65% foul shooter. Off the rim on the front end. And out of bounds, and it'll go to the Harrison. Harrison's going to need some points, and points fast. Pittman. Mobley. Mobley backs up when she did not take the 3-point shot from the corner there. Combreg over 22 seconds. There's a 3-pointer up and off the rim. Schmidt with the rebound. Little Miami now. 10 seconds ago, and it looks like the Panthers are going to get their 10th win of the season in the league and their 15th overall. As for the 3rd straight years, the Little Miami Panthers have clinched at least a tie for the SWOC championship with a 41-34 win over the Harrison Wildcats. Well, the Harrison really had a comeback there in the 3rd and 4th quarter, but it was a little bit too much 3-point shooting in that 4th quarter, particularly by Kelly Sizemore with 2 3-pointers, Madeline Kirk with a 3-pointer in that quarter, and also Allison Great. So 4 3-pointers. That did them in at that point in time. Wildcats dropped to 8-12 overall, 5-5 in the league. As you said, Panthers 15-5, 10-0 in the league, and a tie for the championship. You see our great crew out there. Thank you, Josh. Josh, we did not have 4 overtimes tonight. You can go home and have a nice sleeping night tonight here. We'll be back here in about 48 hours in this gym for the Harrison boys against the Norwood Indians. So we'll see you at that time. Once again, your final score is 41-34 in favor of the Little Miami Panthers. This is Bill Bretz for the entire ICRC crew saying goodbye.